Hello. It's Saturday, time for a spiel. And yeah, I haven't really sang this week, so this one feels a little weird to just go off on, but it's okay. I feel like I'm kind of resting a little bit, just getting my strength up, and it's hard to say if I'm doing the right things right now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like second guessing everything I'm doing, but definitely anytime you're taking a rest after like the amount of work I had been doing in July, it's kind of different. So yeah, I'm just taking some time to learn more history. I don't know. And yeah, I'm going to be going to Ventura, California next week on, right around this time. Or earlier. So yeah, it's definitely a different time than I'm used to in terms of scheduling and kind of just what activities I'm doing. And there's always more you can learn. I'm definitely learning more about the things I want to know about. It's just also that, yeah, there are times when you're waiting a little bit. Like, could talk about all the things that are gonna happen, but I don't know. It's just confusing sometimes. I don't really have that much to say tonight. It's really just like, hi. I'm still here, guys. No, it's not like you guys don't know where I am, but, it's the weirdest summer I've ever had, for sure. Undeniably, the summer when I woke up. Well, the summer when I continued to wake up. And yeah, there's like a lot I could be doing, a lot of like really cool stuff around, and I'm trying to just take advantage of what I can and just appreciate what I have. I have so much, and there's nothing like some time to just reflect on what you have to make you appreciate it that much more. So I've been reflecting a little bit, and just resting, getting some sun, and always trying to learn more, like about women's roles in the Revolutionary War. Had never learned anything about that. Turns out they did some really cool stuff. Or the role of a spy, a black spy at Yorktown. I mean, there's so many different parts of history that I'm like learning about, and it's all quite interesting, but it's also different. It's also much different. You never hear about the spies, the African American slave spies who got information to the revolutionary forces at Yorktown. It's very cool. And there's other things that, we don't learn that much about, like the different battles of the English Civil War, because the English Civil War was really like a precursor to the American Revolution, where we had these like we had these like Puritans, like pro-parliament people on one side, and then on the other side, these like people who were more aligned with the king and the lords, and the old system of medieval farm delegation that's the name of which is escaping me right now, but basically serfdom, where you have a lord you pay tribute to in the county and you have no accountability, and and those two sides squared off in the English Revolution. They squared off again in King Philip's War, in the Revolutionary War, and then by the War of 1812 it was pretty much finished. Yeah, but it's never like one side is ever unseated from power. It's always like a gray area. So yeah, that's I don't know. That's what I've been doing with my time. Can't say it's anything but, oh, Megan Rapinoe though. Woo! That was a good one. Megan Rapinoe very strongly resembles a spy from the American Civil War. Hanging out with Alex Morgan on Jimmy Kimmel and talking about how bad Donald Trump is, and you're like, spy. Who else? There were some other good ones. Like, Sir Francis Drake is just like straight up an actor. It's just so clear who he is. And yeah, all the white rappers were just like in a family together. And like Jimmy Iovine is like Brutus Booth Sr., like the head of that family. It's like, yeah, it's interesting, but it's also like so weird when you're really like, if you really start to believe it, it's very weird. And I am a firm believer at this point, so, you know, it's like the connections we see around us today really are rooted in history, and the more history I learn, the more strongly I believe that. So it's a great incentive to learn history and learn about all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I got more to learn. Even like stuff that I've been told to look into, I still haven't really gotten that deep in, that I'm gonna. And then there's Ted Gunderson, who's like talking about how 1.5% of the population of the United States are Luciferianists. It's just like, dang, that is a lot. And yeah, that many people sure would make for a big witch hunt, wouldn't it? So yeah, Ted Gunderson, I mean, if you want to know more about what's going on right now, definitely I would look into him, look in the past, and yeah, it's a super, super weird time to be alive. I'm just always thinking about how, like, how the people of history are either gray or white or black hats, and, you know, how differently I view the world now that I know how strongly Luciferians have influenced everything. So yeah, maybe that's why I need extra rest, because it's kind of such a grand scheme and such a crazy thing to wrap your head around. Especially when you know the future on top of that, and there's all these constraints on what you're supposed to do. It's not like bad constraints, it's just like, you know, there are expectations on me, and I'm just a pup. I've always been the young one, and now I'm seeing why I've been the youngest person everywhere I am. Everywhere I've been the youngest person now. Now that makes a lot more sense. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be the little baby in this big boy's world out here. Certainly feel like it. I certainly feel like I am, like, I'm in a big boy's, I'm not sitting at the kids' table anymore. So, that's my spiel. Trying to sit in the big chair and not get lost in the conversation, even if I'm the young one. So, hopefully it's not too boring for you, and you can appreciate this little quiet speech. So yeah, I hope you enjoy your Saturday, and see you tomorrow.